Emotions are fleeting. They rise and fall like the tides, changing with circumstances, thoughts, and even the people around us. One moment you may feel confident and strong, the next doubt creeps in, shaking your foundation. One day you wake up motivated, ready to take on the world, but by evening, exhaustion and discouragement threaten to undo your progress. That's the nature of emotions. They are temporary, unpredictable, and often unreliable. But your purpose, that is eternal. Many people live their lives being led by their emotions, allowing feelings to dictate their choices, responses, and outlook on life. If they feel good, they move forward. If they feel uncertain, they hesitate. If fear enters their heart, they retreat. This pattern repeats over and over, and before they know it, years have passed and they are still standing in the same place, wondering why they haven't grown, why they haven't accomplished what they set out to do, why they feel unfulfilled. The reason is simple. They have allowed temporary emotions to control a purpose that was never meant to be dictated by feelings. Purpose is not something that shifts with your emotions. It is not something that disappears when you are having a bad day. It is not something that weakens when doubt arises. Purpose is anchored in something greater. It is woven into who you are, designed before you ever took your first breath. No amount of fear, hesitation, or discouragement can change that, but here's the problem. While your purpose is eternal, if you continue allowing weak feelings to guide your actions, you will never fully step into it. Think about the times you have let emotions determine your decisions. How many times have you been on the edge of something great but allowed fear to hold you back? How many moments of hesitation have cost you opportunities? How many times has doubt whispered in your ear, convincing you that you weren't ready, that you weren't enough, that you should wait just a little longer? Now, ask yourself, what would have happened if in those moments you had chosen to follow your purpose instead of your emotions? What if you had pushed past the fear, silenced the doubt, and moved forward despite how you felt? People who accomplish great things are not the ones who never feel weak. They are not the ones who never experience fear or discouragement. They are the ones who choose to keep going anyway. They are the ones who understand that feelings are momentary, but purpose is eternal. When you live by this truth, you become unshakable. No longer do you let emotions dictate your actions. No longer do you allow temporary feelings to keep you from making permanent progress. Instead, you anchor yourself in the understanding that no matter how you feel today, your purpose remains unchanged. The key is learning to separate your emotions from your calling. Your emotions are real, but they are not always right. They do not always tell you the truth. Fear tells you to run, but courage tells you to stand firm. Doubt tells you to quit, but faith tells you to trust the process. Weak feelings will try to make you forget who you are, but purpose reminds you that you were made for more. This is why discipline is so important. You cannot live your life being controlled by emotions. You must train yourself to act based on truth rather than feelings. Because some days you will not feel motivated. Some days you will not feel strong. Some days everything in you will want to stop. But those are the days when you must remind yourself, emotions are temporary, but your purpose is eternal. Every time you allow weak emotions to control you, you lose time. You delay the progress that is meant to happen. But every time you choose to act based on purpose rather than feelings, you move one step closer to the life you were created for. So today, make a decision. Decide that no matter how you feel, whether strong or weak, confident or uncertain, you will not allow temporary emotions to dictate your destiny. You will not let passing feelings determine your future. You will not waste another moment being led by weakness when you were created to walk in strength. Because emotions will always change, but your purpose will remain. And the moment you choose to live by that truth, everything will begin to change. Feelings are deceptive. They change with circumstances. They waver under pressure, and they often lead us away from what is true. One moment you feel confident. The next, self-doubt creeps in. One day, you're motivated to chase your dreams, and the next, fear convinces you that you're not good enough. If you rely on emotions to determine your actions, you will find yourself on an endless roller coaster, up one day, down the next, always questioning, always hesitating. But strength does not come from what you feel, it comes from what you believe. Faith is not based on emotions. Faith is rooted in truth. It is the unwavering confidence that regardless of how things look or how you feel, there is a greater purpose at work. It is the ability to move forward even when everything in you wants to quit. It is the decision to trust when fear is screaming at you to run. Faith does not need to feel strong to be strong. It does not rely on emotions to take action. Faith chooses to stand when everything else says to fall. If you live by your emotions, you will always find a reason to give up. You will always find an excuse to wait, to hesitate, to doubt yourself. But if you live by faith, if you live by what you know to be true, you will find strength you never knew you had. Because strength is not a feeling, it is a choice. It is choosing to take another step when you feel exhausted. It is choosing to believe in your purpose even when you don't see results. It is choosing to trust that you are being led in the right direction even when the path is unclear. Many people miss out on their potential because they are waiting to feel ready. They are waiting for fear to disappear before they take the first step. They are waiting for confidence to magically appear before they speak up. They are waiting for emotions to align with their purpose before they move. But faith does not wait for feelings to cooperate. Faith moves forward despite them. Think about the moments when fear tried to hold you back. Did it ever speak the truth? Did it ever accurately predict the outcome? Or did it simply create a story in your mind that kept you from stepping into something greater? Feelings of doubt, fear, and insecurity will always try to convince you that you are not ready. But faith says go anyway. Faith says you are equipped even if you don't feel like it. Faith says strength is already within you. You just have to use it. Strength is not found in the absence of fear. It is found in the decision to act in spite of it. Courage is not the lack of uncertainty. It is the determination to move forward anyway. If you let feelings decide your future, you will always live in hesitation. But if you let faith lead, you will live in confidence. The problem with relying on emotions is that they fluctuate. One moment you feel unstoppable, and the next you question everything. But truth does not waver. Truth remains the same regardless of how you feel. And the truth is you are stronger than your emotions. The truth is you are capable even when you don't feel like it. The truth is faith will carry you farther than feelings ever could. Look back on the times in your life when you acted in faith instead of fear. What happened? You discovered strength you didn't know you had. You accomplished things you once thought were impossible. You stepped into opportunities you never thought you would reach. That wasn't because you always felt strong. It was because you chose to believe in something greater than your emotions. Now, look ahead. What is holding you back right now? What emotions are keeping you stuck? Is it fear, doubt, insecurity? Whatever it is, it does not have power over you unless you give it permission. The moment you decide to live by faith instead of feelings, those emotions lose their control. They may still whisper, they may still try to intimidate you, but they will not dictate your actions. Faith over feelings. This is the key to strength. Not because feelings don't exist, but because they don't have the final say. You get to choose what leads you. You get to decide what voice you listen to. And when you choose faith, when you choose truth, when you choose to believe in something greater than emotions, you will find strength that no feeling could ever give you. So today, stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for fear to leave. Stop waiting for doubt to disappear. Move forward in faith, because faith is where true strength is found. Your mind is the control center of your life. Every thought you entertain shapes your emotions, and every emotion influences your actions. If your mind is undisciplined, your feelings will run wild, dictating how you live, how you respond, and what you believe about yourself. But if you train your mind, if you take control of your thoughts, your feelings will begin to align with strength, confidence, and purpose. The problem most people face is that they wait for their emotions to change before they take action. They wait to feel motivated before they start something. They wait for fear to disappear before they take the next step. They wait to feel confident before they speak up. But emotions don't work like that. Feelings follow direction, not the other way around. If you allow your mind to be led by emotions, you will always be unstable, always questioning, always hesitating. But if you discipline your mind, you can train yourself to act based on truth rather than temporary feelings. Training your mind takes work. It requires daily effort, intentional focus, and an awareness of the thoughts that enter your mind. Most people don't even realize how often negative, self-defeating thoughts dominate their thinking. Doubt, fear, insecurity, comparison. These thoughts don't just show up once in a while. They repeat themselves daily, shaping emotions and influencing decisions. And if you let them go unchecked, they will determine the direction of your life. But here's the truth. You don't have to believe everything you feel. Just because fear enters your mind doesn't mean it's true. Just because discouragement creeps in doesn't mean you are failing. Just because insecurity whispers in your ear doesn't mean you are not capable. Feelings are not facts. They are simply responses to what you allow yourself to focus on. If you change your focus, your feelings will change too. So how do you discipline your mind? How do you train yourself to think in a way that produces strength rather than weakness? It starts with awareness. Pay attention to what you think about throughout the day. Are your thoughts building you up or tearing you down? Are they leading you toward action or keeping you stuck? Are they based on truth or driven by fear? Once you recognize patterns of negative thinking, you have the power to change them. The next step is replacing those negative thoughts with truth. Every time doubt enters your mind, counter it with confidence. Every time fear creeps in, remind yourself of your strength. Every time discouragement tries to take over, choose to focus on progress rather than setbacks. This is not a one-time process. It is a daily practice. Just like training a muscle, training your mind takes consistency. But over time, your thoughts will begin to shift, and as they do, your emotions will follow. Some people assume that strong, confident individuals never experience fear or doubt. That's not true. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck is not the absence of weak emotions. It is the discipline to reject them. People who accomplish great things do not always feel like taking action, but they do it anyway. They do not always feel motivated, but they remain committed. They do not always feel confident, but they move forward regardless. And because they train their minds to act based on discipline rather than emotion, their feelings eventually align with their actions. Imagine how different your life would be if your mind was your greatest strength instead of your biggest obstacle. Imagine if your thoughts encouraged you rather than discouraged you. Imagine if you were able to silence doubt the moment it entered your mind. That kind of strength is possible, but it doesn't happen by accident. It happens through intentional effort, through the daily decision to discipline your mind so that your emotions no longer have control over you. The truth is, you will never feel strong every day. There will be moments of hesitation, moments of insecurity, moments when your emotions try to pull you away from your purpose. But in those moments, you have a choice. Let your emotions lead or take control of your thoughts. If you choose discipline, if you choose to train your mind, you will no longer be at the mercy of how you feel. Instead, your feelings will begin to follow the direction of your thoughts, and your thoughts will be grounded in truth, strength, and confidence. So stop waiting for your emotions to change before you take action. Stop letting feelings determine the course of your life. Start training your mind, and in time, your emotions will align with the strength and purpose you were created for. Strength is not something that magically appears when life gets tough. It is not a feeling that suddenly rises up when you need it most. Strength is a choice, one that must be made daily, regardless of how you feel. Too many people wait for confidence before they act, wait for fear to disappear before they move, or wait for the perfect conditions before they step forward. But waiting for strength to find you will only leave you stuck. You must choose to walk in it. Choosing strength does not mean you will never feel weak. It does not mean fear will never creep into your mind or that doubt will never whisper in your ear. It means that when those feelings arise, you decide to move forward anyway. Strength is not about the absence of struggle. It is about how you respond to it. Some people let hardship break them, while others let it build them. The difference is not in circumstances, but in choices. Every day you are faced with decisions. Do you give in to fear, or do you push past it? Do you let doubt control you, or do you silence it? Do you shrink back when challenges come, or do you stand firm? These choices define whether you walk in strength or remain trapped by weakness. Walking in strength requires a mindset shift. It means no longer allowing emotions to dictate your actions. Feelings are temporary. They change with the wind. But the decision to be strong is unwavering. It does not depend on whether you feel like it. It depends on whether you are committed to it. Strength is choosing to keep going even when you feel exhausted. It is choosing to believe in yourself even when doubt tries to convince you otherwise. It is choosing to see obstacles as opportunities rather than setbacks. Many people believe that strength is something you either have or you don't. But strength is developed. It is built through the choices you make every single day. The more you choose to act with courage, the stronger you become. The more you push past fear, the less power it has over you. The more you refuse to quit, the more unstoppable you become. Strength is like a muscle. It grows with use. If you never exercise it, it will remain weak. But if you train yourself to choose strength daily, it will become second nature. It is easy to be strong when everything is going well, but true strength is revealed in difficulty. When challenges come, when the path is unclear, when life throws unexpected obstacles in your way, that is when your choice matters most. Will you give in or will you rise up? Will you retreat or will you press forward? Those who walk in strength do not do so because life is easy. They do so because they refuse to let difficulty define them. Look at the people who inspire you. They are not the ones who have never faced hardship. They are the ones who have faced it head on and refused to be defeated. They are the ones who made the choice to walk in strength even when they didn't feel strong. That same choice is available to you. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for the fear to go away. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to take action. Strength does not come from waiting. It comes from moving forward, from making the choice, from deciding that no matter what comes, you will not back down. Today you have a choice. You can let fear, doubt, and insecurity hold you back, or you can step into the strength that has been inside you all along. You can let life happen to you, or you can take control and walk with confidence. You can be ruled by emotions, or you can be guided by purpose. The choice is yours, and the moment you decide to walk in strength, everything begins to change. Every moment of your life, you are faced with a choice to be led by weak emotions or to rise above them. Feelings are fleeting, unreliable, and often deceptive, but your purpose is eternal. If you allow emotions to dictate your actions, you will remain stuck in hesitation, doubt, and fear. But if you discipline your mind, if you choose faith over feelings, if you decide to walk in strength regardless of how you feel, you will step into the life you were meant to live. Strength is not about the absence of fear, but the refusal to be controlled by it. It is not about always feeling confident, but about acting in faith despite uncertainty. It is a daily commitment to move forward even when emotions try to hold you back. The truth is, feelings will always come and go, but your decisions will shape your destiny. So stop waiting to feel ready. Stop letting temporary emotions control your permanent purpose. Make the choice every single day to walk in strength, Train your mind, silence doubt, and refuse to be ruled by weakness. Because when you live by faith instead of feelings, when you lead with discipline instead of emotion, you will discover that strength has been within you all along. Your life is too valuable, your purpose too great to be led by anything less than truth. Choose strength, move forward, and never look back.